Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's currently 9 o'clock in the morning here in Southeast Georgia, United States. And as you can see, we have no sun. The past 2 weeks have just been pretty ominous, miserable weather with a lot of rain, which only tells me that spring is right around the corner. So that's a good sign, which means a lot of new animals are going to be out and about, no more cold mornings, and it's just going to be lovely to photograph. We're going to be doing something a little bit different today. Normally, in the last two videos, you've seen me shoot with the Canon 135mm, because that's the only lens that I own. Now, being that this is a budget channel, someone has gifted me a Canon EF 70-300mm lens. Now, I think you can get this lens used around under $300, and I think that's what they paid for it, something a little bit lower than that. Now, this lens is completely different than what I'm used to, which is a fully manual, barely any reach lens here, because it's used for astrophotography. It's a lovely lens though. I'm so in love with this lens. It's super sharp, and it's got a low f-stop of 2.0, which is fantastic. Now this one has an autofocus. I've never used an autofocus before, but it does have the 300mm reach. So what we're going to do is take this out in the field, and we're going to try this. The spot I've headed to is the first spot that we came to in the first video, because there is another large lake or pond, if you will, over there, and I want to see what we can get. Now, a couple things about this lens is the low f-stop is 5.6, which is not what I'm used to. So we'll see how it goes. I wanted to mention some things about the Canon Rebel T7 that I've noticed. When I'm shooting, anything with the ISO higher than, let's say, 1600 is pretty much unusable. 1600 I can kind of get away with, 800's okay, anything lower than that's perfect. That's the only drawback with this. The signal to noise ratio isn't stellar, to say, because it's an entry-level camera, I understand. So with this 70 to 300mm lens, we're going to see what we can do with it. It has a stabilizer mode on it. I think it's about probably a little over 15 years old, but let's see how it holds up. I mean, I've never used a lens with this reach before, and it has an autofocus, so we're going to see what we can do with that. Now, because it's primarily going to be birds out here, most likely, I'm going to have the autofocus set to AI servo, with the manual selection in the center, and I'm going to be looking through the eyepiece here. Normally I look through here because, of course, the Canon doesn't have the autofocus. So I'm excited. Let's get to work. So some quick things to mention, real quick. As you can see, it is a cloudy day, so I'm going to have my white balance set to cloudy, and probably my aperture is going to be wide open, at least 5.6 or up to 7.1, depending on how sharp the objects look. The ISO I have set to auto with a max of 1600, and shutter speed I'm going to try to go for as fast as I can, even though it is cloudy. Right now I have it set to 500, so I think that's a good starting point, and we'll see where it goes from there. Good luck to us. Alright, so I'm about to walk into the location. I want to be as quiet as possible, because if there are any big birds here, I don't want to spook them. I'm going to try to use my stealth. I'm not wearing any camo. So, yeah, I'm going to keep the talking to a minimum. So I have I think it's an ibis in the distance here. It's a bit far. It's all the way across the pond. I'm gonna try to get a shot from here. Maybe move a little bit closer. He's wading in the water right now, but he looks gorgeous. So let's see if we can get a shot of him. These guys move very slowly. Pretty sure it's an egret. I can see it better from here. So I just perched up on a rock here, and we're gonna wait him out, see if he walks around to the corner here. He's eating, he's fishing. But there's a really nice reflection in the water with his, white feathers. So I'd like to capture a better shot of that if I can. The birds here are going nuts. I apologize if the quality isn't the best. I'm currently shooting all this video from my phone, and he's still a bit far out there, so I'm trying to zoom in to get a better shot via video. He's just flown over to this side now. I think he spotted me, so he took a dive. I'll try to get it a little closer on this side here. Alright, well, I think I've stressed him out enough, so we're going to leave him be for now. The sun's starting to peek out through the clouds a little bit, It's got a great reflection off the water. So we're going to walk around a little more and see what else we can find. Talk about luck. There's an otter in the water right here as soon as we walked up. He saw me, swam off. I'm going to try to get down there and see if I can get a couple shots of him. But I have to move very, very quietly. So they've just swam up the bank here, and then I lost their trail of water. So my guess is their home is somewhere in this area. They definitely spotted me or smelled me. Incredibly elusive animals these things are. So I'm gonna let them be, and we're gonna take a walk around this way. It's unfortunate, but those are the breaks. It was a surprise. It was not prepared for. So if you do see them again, I'll do everything I can to try to capture a shot. The sun looked like it went back away, so the clouds are back out again, making it incredibly difficult on my camera to capture in some decent lighting. So we're gonna walk around and see what else we got. So this is where I wanted to originally start the video. This big pond, lake, whatever you want to call it, to see what kind of birds were here. Looks like there's some ducks far out. Unfortunately, as of right now, my phone's about to die, which is what I'm recording from. So I'm gonna have to let that charge for a little bit while I eat some second breakfast, because it's around 10 o'clock right now. So see you soon. Looks like we've got some deer tracks that have come through here. I'm gonna come up this path. Looks like they turned into this area. So we're gonna go take a peek. So walking up this trail, I spotted this little bird nest. The one thing that caught my attention with it is that it's built with mostly, looks like plastic bags, some trash. The things you find when you go out for a walk. Okay, so things seem to have gotten a little quiet around here. I stayed another hour and a half. Barely any movement. So for right now, we're gonna pack it in. We're gonna head back home and start again tomorrow. Maybe a different location. See you tomorrow. Okay, welcome back. This is day 2 of testing out the Canon EF 70-300mm lens on the Canon Rebel T7. I got a bit of a late start today. which is exactly what I wanted because it's extremely sunny out, and I wanted to see how this lens performs in super bright sun. I got a couple first impressions yesterday that I really like about the camera. The only thing that I don't like too much is that at 300mm the sharpness is a little difficult to find. So I'm going to have it stop down to about an aperture of 7.1 today. So we'll start from there and see how it looks. Alright, let's go find something to take a photo of. The very second I step onto the property here, there's a great blue heron just sitting there. But I'm stuck in the sun. I don't want to move because I know he'll fly away. So I'm going to try to find maybe a better spot. It's more shaded or just inch up closer. We'll see. Okay, so he just took off. I spooked him. But we're gonna take a walk down and see if we can find him, because I don't think he went too far. We've got some, looks like some ducks maybe over here on the water. Probably about 9 or 10 of them. Now, I don't have a polarizer for this lens, so I have to be very careful with the water reflections so it doesn't blow out my exposures here, which is kind of what I'm afraid of. Okay, well, he's gone, but I got some pretty cool shots of him. It is incredibly bright out here today, and I have a strong feeling that the reflections from the water and the brightness of the sun are going to extremely overexpose some of the photos without a polarizer. So I'm gonna go try to find some shade and see if we can find another subject. We still have some of the ducks in the water over here, but it's gorgeous. I don't know if you guys can see just how beautiful it is. The sun is just entirely too bright for either my phone and this camera, but it looks fantastic today. It's unfortunately almost noon, so not a lot of critters will be out. Although I do hear the hawks. It is mating season for them. So our buddy over there got a really nice sized fish. I want to let him finish it. I was able to catch an in-flight shot. Looks like he's just fishing down in the lower canal there. So I'm going to leave him alone. Stressed him out enough. So right now I'm just going to sit down in the shade. It's really hot right now. And get some water. I wanted to get one close-up shot of his eye before I left. Okay, so I think that's going to do it for this video. Unfortunately, the battery in my phone's going to die, so I have to recharge it. Let's see, the Canon EF 70-300mm lens. I like it. It's wonderful to finally have an autofocus where I can just half-click the button and it just focuses right in. It's not as fast as I'd like it to be, unfortunately, but that's the payoff you get when you have a bottleneck with the entry-level DSLR, the Canon Rebel T7. Sharpness at 300 at 5.6 isn't as sharp, so I have to stop down to about 7.1 for the aperture. And it does have an image stabilization mode, which I didn't realize. So when you're zoomed in at 300mm, it's not so shaky, which is a great plus. So overall, after being, what, 15 plus years old, I'd say it's still a pretty good solid lens. And I'm so grateful that someone was able to give this to me to at least try out. So, that being said, I can't wait to use it some more. Also, before we leave, there's one thing I neglected to mention. I don't know if this happens to any other photographers, but it seems like when you go to pack up your things and you're about to leave, that's when you get some of your best photos. And that happened to me yesterday. Unfortunately, I was not able to get it on film because the battery of my phone did die, but I was able to capture some pretty stunning photos, and it was, I'd say, probably a once-in-a-lifetime event. So, I would like to conclude this video with those photos for you. If that happens to anybody, please leave a comment and let me know if some of your best work has come when you're about to leave. But I just want to say thank you for following along, and I look forward to seeing you on the next adventure.